Hello, welcome back to my channel. Boy, is it shaping up with this presidential election. I'm really interested to see what's going on. It looks like President Trump is simply consolidating his power. Like I said, a lot of people are turning to him. They're finding out that the Democratic Party is full of crap. They do not have a platform besides a generalist morality, which nobody can really pinpoint where they're getting. A lot of virtue signaling, a lot of race baiting. You should be nice to people, and that's our platform. Justice and things like that they can't really define. Meanwhile, the conservative side, like I said in my last video, they represent law and order. They're happy to do it. It's about patriotism. It's about sticking up for your country and bringing jobs back to this country. They represent the law and order, and the Democrats purport to represent morality, but it's a completely misguided morality. It's sort of like an individualistic thing that they're trying to guard the right for everyone to kind of just do what they want and to redefine everything, and that's not going to hold up. It will not hold up in the end, just like it historically hasn't in other great civilizations like the Roman Empire. I'm sure there was a conservative liberal dichotomy there where the conservatives won out. And we're going to see how Trump is not only going to win, he's going to win big, and he's going to consolidate. The conservatives are going to consolidate their power, and it will form into a one-party system. And there's going to be a backlash from a lot of libertarian type people. They don't want the government to have that much power. I think it's necessary for there to be a one-party system. There is going to be dire consequences to that, namely that the people displaced from the Democratic side, the liberal contingent, will have to reconfigure and actually come up with a proper moral standard. Because they want social justice, they want all this other stuff. Well, you need a proper moral standard, one that's outside of yourself. And the conservatives as well. Where are we going to go morally to justify holding on to the law and obeying the law like the conservatives want when they do get absolute power? Where are we going to go to essentially guarantee that law and order will be followed? Well, that's an interesting question. I can very much see the conservative side touching on old, dusty Masonic principles as a pseudo-philosophy reason to, pretty much worship the Constitution. But as far as the old powerhouses of morality goes, the moral standard powerhouses, the big three religions, right? Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. These have historically been perfect or acceptable moral standards. The problem is what we're battling now with the modernist tendency, which I believe we're coming off of at this point, is they've sort of corrupted or prostituted themselves to the New World Order, the new modernist order of basically banking and money lending as being the most important thing in the world. They sold themselves to the devil, no pun intended. Essentially, what a real religion, a real moral standard teaches is austerity. It's going without. It's helping someone without remunerations. Providing a loan to someone without the expectation of being paid back. Things so contrary to the way we do things now, it's impossible to even conceive. And this is how much that they've essentially sold their soul. These religions, especially the Catholic religion, the mainstream Catholic religion, it used to be this great powerhouse of morality, and it used to be a good moral standard to constantly make yourself better morally, and it has no moral credibility whatsoever anymore. And we've seen what recently happened with Pope Francis. He's just he's going to redefine, civil unions and things like that. And it's not the worst thing that he said. There's a theological problem with the modern church that will not hold up. It will not hold any water. We can see what terrible consequences our world has without this powerful and convicted moral voice. So there's going to be a trend to traditional forms of religion, which is predictable. Whenever there's a one-party system, whenever somebody has absolute power, people start thinking of moral questions like, who's got the right to tell this guy who's in power what to do? And how can we get over the fact that we are kind of outside the power structure? So the number one issue is to reclaim a proper moral standard, to live it, to practice it, and to reject this modernist pseudo-morality, which is essentially, it's just a self-help type of thing, just no moral credibility whatsoever with with Pope Francis and his ilk. Totally sold his soul, and nobody respects them and nobody listens to them, quite honestly, anymore. So, like I said in my last video, the two political parties right now, to me, represent this schizophrenic type notion, this notion that the two parts of man, or of natural law, legal, the juridical, and the moral, are somehow represented by two different parties when they should be together. They should be one. And that's how schizophrenic and completely brainwashed we are as a society, where this is allowed to happen. It's not a good thing to have a two-party system or a party system in general. You want your people to understand what they have to do no matter what party they are, no matter what they believe in. They should have these two components together. And so I think the one-party system at some point is going to be a good thing, but it'll be like a mother giving birth. It's painful at first, but at the end of it, you're going to have a good result. So that's what we're looking at right now, and I'd like to see how it plays out. But this whole thing about, we want law and order, and the other one wants morality, and how they're fighting about that when it should be together, is just really disconcerting. And I've just noticed it so much over the course of the campaigning for elections. So I hope you find out my next videos. I'll have much to comment on and sort of put it hopefully in a historical perspective. But I hope you like this video, and stay tuned for some more. Thanks.